So I'm finally gonna fulfill a lifetime ambition of mine, and that is to do some photography in the Alps. Now, I don't want you to think I don't listen to the comments. I listen to everything and I take on board all suggestions, including this L bracket. Another question I get asked a lot is always about planning and processing. This trip to the Alps is going to produce 3 videos. Video 1 is going to be planning, video 2 is going to be executing, and video 3 is going to be processing and printing. That's everything. I can't do any more than that. I'm listening and I want to get it all in, everything. So there are a couple of things that have inspired me to take this trip to the Alps, and it only takes a small spark to get an idea going. And the best thing you can do when you get a spark of inspiration is to just run with it and see if it takes you anywhere. In my case, I've just moved offices, so I have this brand new studio which is completely blank, and I saw a space on the wall and I thought, how good would it be to have a big panoramic image on that wall? It would be awesome. Which led me to thinking what would make a great panoramic image. Of course, the Mont Blanc Massif. It's always been an ambition of mine to go there and photograph it at sunset with the pink light strewn across the mountaintops. It looks phenomenal. So that got butterflies going in my stomach, and I thought, ooh, could be onto something here. Wouldn't it be great if I could print a 2.5 meter panoramic, stick it on the office, and it would do Mont Blanc Massif, which will continue to inspire me to travel and to do what I love to do. That's it, that's all I need. I'm going to the Alps. My first port of call when planning a landscape photography trip to a location I've never been before is Flickr. And I simply go onto Flickr and I type in the location that I am looking to visit. In this case, it's Chamonix. Okay, straight away we've got tons and tons of alpine images, mountains, snow, forests, lakes, everything. Flickr has confirmed that Chamonix has potential. But now we're going to get into the really good stuff. So, a quick Google search for Google terrain. Okay, there we go, Google terrain. So this is Chamonix. To the south is the Mont Blanc Massif. This is what I want to be photographing. The area I want to be photographing this from is this area of mountains here. Now this is something special. Over here we've got Lac Blanc, which just looks like a cracking location. And also, looking at this map, I can see a huge network of footpaths. And I can see cable cars. So this is looking promising. Now the image I've got in my head is a panoramic of the Mont Blanc Massif at sunset. So it doesn't take a genius to work out that that image needs to be taken from the adjacent mountain range. So why do I say this is a sunset location? It's simple. This is the photographer's ephemeris app, and that will hopefully be the location where I'll be taking my photographs. If I fast forward to May the 28th, which is when I plan on being there, this orange line here is the direction of the sun, which means that is going to light up all of these mountains here. That's what I want. I want the last of the light, the last of the daylight hitting the peaks of these mountains to give me lovely purple, orange and red tones. Now this is my favourite thing about Google Earth or Google Terrain, is down here we've got a little icon with some images on you. Click that and it says show imagery. If you hover your mouse above an image, it tells you where it was taken from. And in some cases, it's not just images, it's 360 panoramas. This is great for planning because I can essentially get a view at my computer of what I'm going to see when I'm there. Look at that. See this glacier here? That is what I want to shoot. The cable cars are not running. I am going 11 days too early. The cable cars not running is a good thing, and here's why. Exercise. No. Okay, I mean, the usual thing, you would get a cable car up to the top of the mountains to the north, and then you would be at the top, and then you could just walk along and find lots of locations, and it's, you know, easily accessible and good fun. Cable cars are not running. That means what would have been a 10-minute cable car ride is now a 3-hour hike. Seriously. But this is a good thing. It's a good thing because it means there'll be no crowds, okay? There are not going to be many people doing that hike. There will be a good number of hikers, but there'll be nothing compared to the amount of people if the cable cars were running. Another good reason is hiking's fun, you know, with a 20-kilogram camera backpack. This is my Garmin Fenix 3 GPS watch, and it is one of the best tools you can have to aid your landscape photography. Essentially, it's like a sat-nav on your wrist. It doesn't have maps loaded into it, but what you can do is load in a GPX file, which will give you a track, and you can follow that track to within like a meter. So the idea being, if you're up in the mountains and there's a whiteout and there's loads of snow and you can't see the path, you can still follow the track on your watch, and it will tell you if you veer off course. Mont Blanc and the surrounding mountains where I'm going looks relatively easy to navigate, but the worst thing you can do is underestimate the mountains and the weather. It's always good to do as much planning and preparation as possible, just to give you more confidence and more peace of mind so you can focus more on your photography. I use a website called GPX Visualizer. That allows you to use Google Maps, plot a map, and then export the GPX file from that map onto your Garmin device, which in my case is a watch. It's absolutely fantastic because you can also program in potential viewpoints for your photography. Very quickly, I want to talk about packing for travel landscape photography. Now, there are lots of cool pieces of equipment out there that will help you travel more efficiently, such as lenses with immense focal range, you know, tiny filters, lightweight tripods, all that sort of thing. Me personally, I don't like to compromise. I treat a shoot at my local beach exactly the same as I would a shoot at a beach halfway around the world, so I take it all. Now, this may not be the most sensible thing to do, or in fact the most practical, but I always just find a way. So I've got here a massive suitcase, everything's going in, a bag in a bag. So I've got my hiking camera bag, I've got my full-size tripod, trainers, clothes. I use these little bags to put my clothes in, which keeps everything compact. I don't know what they're called, Amazon travel bags, I don't know. Anything that isn't delicate and is not breakable, such as my tripod, goes into the suitcase. Same goes for chargers and things like that. If I have to, if I'm forced to, I'll put my filters in the hold luggage. But I'm not happy doing that, but I will. There's no way I'd put a lens or a camera in there. So that's the suitcase. Now, I'm very quickly going to talk about what kit I'm taking to the Alps photography wise, which I'm sure you're all dying to know. 5D SR. 50 something million megapixels. No anti-aliasing filter, so images are super sharp. Now, don't get excited, this doesn't belong to me, this was lent to me by Canon and I have to send it back, but I am excited for giving it a run for its money. You'll also notice I finally have an L bracket attached. Yeah, L bracket. I've never bothered because I always thought I didn't want the extra weight and the extra faff. And because I had a Manfrotto head, I would have had to have an extra Manfrotto plate, which would have added even more weight, so I just never bothered. But I decided enough was enough and I had to get one, so I've got one. And to go with that, a new Manfrotto ball head. This has an Arca Swiss plate, so it's compatible with the L bracket. Genius. Haven't used this yet, it's brand new. I don't even know the name of it. It's a MHX Pro BH-Q6. We'll get more into this when I'm out in the field, but it looks amazing and it feels excellent. And Arca Swiss compatible. Genius. Canon have also sent me a 24-70 Mark II lens. Very good. 70 to 200 f2.8 Mark II lens. Very excited to use this in the mountains. Very excited. Filters as usual. My low pro filter pouch. This is a S&F series filter pouch 100 if anybody's interested. And inside is a heliopan polarizer and a range of Nissi filters. Always take these. You always need stuff to clean. Clean. Bit of wind, bit of snow, bit of rain, bit of dust. Little bottle of spray, selection of cloths, and a puffer, a blower. And cable release as usual. Always love a good cable release. Ah, the bag. The emergency bag. Lots of spare batteries. A head torch. New addition, but a whistle. This is in case of emergencies. If you fall, injure yourself and there's no one around, this can save your life. Seems a bit extreme, but it doesn't weigh anything. And if you're interested, the international distress signal for a whistle is 3 long blows. I'm doing that very quietly because Monty is asleep, because Monty was asleep. I've also got a compass in here. Not really photography gear though, sorry. I digress. I'm taking my laptop. I use my laptop to manage my files when away. Upload images at the end of every day onto my laptop. Not for editing purposes, although it is tempting, but mainly just for backup and safety. That's it. My watch, of course. Chargers, everything. That's it. That's my gear. That's everything. Don't know what to say. So that's it, that's everything packed. All I've got to do now is drive to the airport, fly to Geneva, drive to Chamonix, hike up some mountains, take some pictures. Can't wait.